yet figured out how to get those same feelings or thoughts or beliefs with that, then it wouldn't work out so well. So, for instance, you're 5 minutes late to work. You have two options. Feel good about it, feel bad about it. Most likely, depending on your overall state, when it becomes a pattern, it gets you down more. So it can hold you down, that negative pattern, that belief, that vibration, that force holds you down. It holds you into a certain vibration, into a certain routine. So with patterns, they can be really complicated because when you're in those patterns, when you step out of those patterns, it's unfamiliar and the feelings are abnormal, and sometimes there's feelings that you have to get past, there's thoughts that you have to get past, there's things that you have to learn, or there's different perspectives and awareness, different perspectives that you need to see, and your awareness changes over time as you learn and you grow, and you can only accept so much of what you want into your life at a certain stage, at a certain level. So, for instance, if you want a certain type of love in your life, if you want a certain type of result, you can't expect everyone else to create that for you, or for that just to come into your experience, because that can't actually be attracted to you if it's not in your own wavelength. So, honestly, with my depression and a lot of things that happened with me over my life, I didn't have much of a plan. So coming into clearing a lot and not having a plan, except these weird plans created over the course of a couple of years, the last 5 years at least. Of course there was creation before that, but awareness in creation is a whole nother thing. Because that awareness can make you depressed. That's why a lot of depressed people, maybe they're not just depressed, they maybe have anxious thoughts or feelings about certain things that they do, or around other people that are unfamiliar to them, or just different situations and behaviors and things that they're uncomfortable with, or that they don't want to be around. Or for me, I've been depressed a lot of my life, but at the same time it's almost been like that's where I was supposed to be, because if I wasn't there, then I wouldn't have the awareness that I've grown to create the things that I want to create and that I've asked for and that I've at this point dreamed up, whether I really wanted those things or not. Focused on lack, if you're focused on something you don't have, focused on being late, or you're always late, other people expect that of you. If they speak that into your existence, into your vibration that you're currently at, whether it's there already, stagnant there, or whether it's flowing, sometimes you can be hurdled by those things. You can kind of trip up on those things, and you have to be strong enough to stand up and to not be tripped by the things that don't know you and don't empower your greatest source of growth and being. Because truly, when we're not being our greatest self, we're settling for everything less, and we're attached to things that maybe don't serve our greatest good and our greatest result and everything that we're actually asking for. So above and beyond, or you're serving below your serving needs for you and others around you, like, that's where we have to grow awareness and discipline in ourselves and loving ourselves to really find out what's real. And when you love yourself, you can love others, but when you don't love yourself, then you get addicted and you get stuck in these patterns and behaviors that don't serve you and that hurt you more in the long run. So I have been changing my thoughts and my beliefs and my ways about flowing with things, and it's incredible. It almost makes me feel like a crazy person because I've processed so much stuff, and it's difficult sometimes to express that on the outside, because when you've come from these patterns, you have to find those vices that you're actually supposed to be within. And honestly, they all come to you when you let go and when you really open your eyes to it and allow it. And also when you just take a breath and close your eyes, just be there with yourself, because you're amazing and you're worth it, and you're a vessel of life that came into this world and grew from literally a speck of DNA. So, I think life is beautiful. My healing journey, a lot of what I've learned and grown through has been really embracing life and stepping away from my cell phone that was literally killing my cells and making me lose touch with what was actually real and around me and there for me to touch and feel and experience. I see so many people addicted to their devices, and it's really, when you've been there before, it's difficult to tell other people that that isn't the best, because that is their best at that time. It's what they enjoy, and it's not like I should say that anyone shouldn't do anything that makes them happy, even if it's a lower vibration happy, something that's not going to really get them where they're seeking to go. But I'm just trying, I'm actually finding better ways to do things. So those things may be out of the norm, those things may be counteractive towards what society tells you need to do. And sometimes you have to really go your own way, and you have to have that confidence whether or not you're going to have people behind you. Because ultimately, if it's fucking helped me, it's out there for someone else. As long as I share it, it's out there for someone else to grow and learn from. We're all pieces of this humongous puzzle, and we live on this great land. This land is your land, this land is my land, and a lot of our land has been taken from us and has been monopolized into this, money. Like, we need to get back into community where we come together in unity with ourselves and with the land and our source God within us and around us, so that we can actually, sustain Mother Earth and Mother Nature and all the things that keep us well and healthy, like fruits, vegetables, herbs, leaves, all these pieces of the puzzle, water and the sunshine, clouds and the blue sky. Like, it's all so simple. Like, you gotta keep it simple, stupid. I overthought things for a long time. I didn't know what to think. I didn't move my body enough. I didn't know what to do with my whole vessel, because at a younger age I was taken off track. I was lost, and I didn't know how to be there for myself at that time. Because, come on, you're an 8-year-old struggling in school,